You probably know who Adele is, the magical British pop star that shows up once in a couple of years and blesses us and our moms with a pretty good blue-eyed soul album, the most famous of which was 21 back in 2011, which is 10 years ago at this point. Her last album, 25, was released 6 years ago, back in 2015. And did anything change for her during those 6 years? Well, yes, both sonically for this album and her relationship issues, kinda. I mean, she got divorced, apparently, so she made an album about it. And while 30 goes in a more R&B direction on some tracks, I'd say Adele has stuck to her pop soul roots. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's a new Adele album, but this time she's experimenting a little. Not all of these experiments pan out, however, as I think one of them, Can I Get It, is filled with too many bells and whistles to be considered truly exceptional. Speaking of tracks I thought were kinda bad, on To Be Loved, Adele basically screams her guts out, and I don't think it goes over very well. She overdoes it to the point that I barely can stand that track at all, and I think it doesn't help that it is the longest track on here at almost 7 minutes. Like, what is that combination even? Another one is Woman Like Me, on which Adele thankfully reels it back in, but the main issue with this track is the instrumentals, as I found them to be very stock and not special at all. Also, on My Little Love, I found the hook to be kind of off. Beyond those ones, I'd say 30 is pretty amazing. It's filled with pretty emotional and retrospective cuts like I Drink Wine, which deal with a lot of mature themes, and I respect that track a lot. And on the other hand, you get a track like Oh My God, where the production and her vocals are fantastic and sound so fun. So fun. And the production floors me. Straight up floors me. And not only on that track, but also other cuts. Even the interlude is great. I suppose another criticism I would have about this project is that the more abstract and playful cuts being next to ones on which she's basically crying about her divorce, it's kind of awkward and a tad confusing, as they don't really go together, and maybe it would be fixed if tracks with other tones were on different projects. That would be a good decision in my opinion. But individually, I'd say almost every track here is great and very, very neat to hear, honestly. Overall, I'd say it's great, it's possible, and it's an Adele record. Hopefully, she will release her next album in 7 years instead of never. And I'm going to give this one a 7.3. Video over.